Welcome back to your art class. We'll get back to our topic elements of art. Today I'm going to introduce you to texture. This element of art that refers to the way an object feels to touch or looks as if it may feel when touched. Understanding how to create the illusion of texture will lead to more realistic and representational drawing and painting. Texture can be three-dimensional, which is physical, or two-dimensional, which is an illusion. Three-dimensional texture is texture that can be physically touched and felt. Two-dimensional textures is also called visual texture and is the illusion of how an object would feel if it could be physically touched. Visual texture is either simulated or invented. Simulated texture is meant to accurately simulate real-life texture. Invented texture consists of 2D patterns of repeating lines and shapes. The key to creating the illusion of texture is through value by adding highlights and shadows through tints and shades. The illusion of texture can be created in drawing and painting. So now we will see how to make the texture activity. You will keep this worksheet as a reference. It will be available in your course material. So what you have to do is either you can copy the same texture, or if you have any other like preferable textures, you can use that also. This is an example. You can choose your own texture. So I will show you how to make these textures. Here we are using the texture of a cactus, scales, stones, burlap, and fur. So these are the textures shown here. So let's check each one. For that, first you need to draw the outline of your hand. Keep your fingers little apart so that you will have enough space to draw the texture, and keep your pencil upright. Like this you need to draw. You cannot go and draw inside lines. No need. You just keep it upright and draw the lines so that you will get a shape like this. You keep your hand in a way that you will have space to write the heading texture over here. So after that we will see. First, this drawing has to be done with the pencil because the texture we need to show. So maybe we can use the shape and all. For that we can make the corrections. So for that we will keep the lines pencil only. Now take your black pen and we will see the cactus lines. How are they made? See, this is the till here only we will be drawing the lines. So what do? We'll start off with the outline of the finger and we'll stop here. Now another lines, all the lines going and stopping at the tip of the finger. Okay, now we will show the thorns on the finger, the cactus, just by drawing a V and a line in the middle. V and a middle line. V and a middle line. You can change the directions here and there. So like that it will be shown. So that makes the cactus. Now let's see the scales. Now for the scales, what you have to do is you need to draw a U shape. See, when you're drawing at the end, you just close the line. And then, is it clear? Just drawing U and again U, and like this you will go till down. You all know this. It's not so hard, it's just very easy, simple lines. So like this you will draw the scales. So it has to be made till the end over here. Now we'll see the rock part. For that, when you're drawing something, like the finger is round, so when the line drawn on this will be shown as a curve. So instead of going for a straight line, just go for a curved line. A little curve, not too much, just a small curve. Curve the lines. Now you can make the brick sections. Just random drawing of the lines. This itself make the thing a little bit harder. Go the line outline. These lines little bit gives a texture of a hardness. Now again you can make it like little bit of lines here and there, and to make it as a looking it as a tough one, very rough one. Here the shading is also shown on the picture, so you can follow that as well. Okay, now we will go for the burlap one. So the burlap, what you will draw, it's a type of cloth. So that texture is very rough. You have seen the sack of rice, right? In the same, that cloth is known as burlap. So the thread itself will be very thick and it is woven very loosely. So that we have to make just a little bit closer lines. You can draw the outline also. Now weaving will come with warp line also, that you have to do this way. So like that you will continue, and in between you will give some lines and some lumps like that to show it is not as neat as the normal weaved fabric. It will be having a rough texture that we will just give it with random lines and lumps here and there like that. And now we will go and see this part. This is the fur. So it will be a series of short lines wrapped around. So we'll start off with lines like this at one end, see, and then next section, again another, so like that. Like this way you need to show that. So these are the 5 textures which are shown in this worksheet. You can follow it. Other than that, a hard block of wood and its texture and the thickness is shown over here. If you want to copy that here, you can do that as well. This is a wood plank. This is the same thing, and it is a glass one here, and with the circles, trees texture is also shown. So it's all kind of a doodle only you will have to do, and as I told before, no need to copy the same thing. You can show whichever texture you like, and no need to write all these descriptions. This is for your reference. It's made. Okay, so complete it and submit it. Thank you.